Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. This is Sushila from Nashville, Tennessee, Ramana Satsang. A warm welcome to everyone to our offering on this joyous occasion of Bhagavan Ramana's 145th Jayanthi celebration. We begin our presentation with salutations and tribute to Alagammal, Mother of Bhagavan Ramana, as Lord Madhur Pudeshwara through this Sanskrit composition of Kavyakanda Ganapati Muni with the music set by Srimati Sulojana Nadarajan. Muni extols Soundaryamba, beloved wife of Sundaram Iyer, for giving birth to Ramana for the welfare of this world, to remove the veil of our dark ignorance and to show us the path of self-realization. Saraswati and Pradipha will present the song Yamuninam Trataram.
Yamuninam Trataram Shri Ramam Kausalyeva Shri Ramam Kausalyeva Yamuninam Trataram Shri Ramam Kausalyeva Shri Ramam Kausalyeva Yoga Vidyopadeshakam Shri Krishnam Devakiva Shri Krishnam Devakiva Akaumara Brahmacharinam Deshikam Parashudharinam Renukeva Parashudharinam Renukeva Sarvabhuta Abhayapradam Shakyamunim Maya Deviva Shakyamunim Maya Deviva Bhakta Papa Bharabhrutam Manushya Kumara Meriva Manushya Kumara Meriva Sarvairetair Gunair Vishishtam Bhagavantam Bhavantam Bhagavantam Bhavantam Lokasya hitaya avidyandhakarapanodhanaya kuvadanam durikaranaya satyasya vedanaya cha sushuve tasyai sundarapriyayai saundaryambayai namaha saundaryambayai namaha saundaryambayai namaha Namastat Adhishtanaya cha Matrubhuteshwaraya Bhagavate Namastat Adhishtanaya cha Matrubhuteshwaraya Bhagavate Namastat Pujakebhyascha Ramana Bhagavatebhyah Namastat Pujakebhyascha Ramana Bhagavatebhyah Ramana Bhagavatebhyah.
Out of great love for mankind, Bhagavan Ramana lived at Arunachala for 54 years and guided people from all walks of life with their spiritual practices. Bhagavan himself has said, all spiritual paths merge in the path of self-enquiry, and it is the beginning and end of the teachings of Vedanta, similar to the rivers, some straight, winding, zigzag, ultimately merging in the ocean. Swami Brahmananda has eloquently highlighted the unique nature of Bhagavan Ramana's teaching in his article through the dialogues between Bhagavan and a devotee seeking spiritual help. Usha will present a reading of this article, The Unique Approach to the Self.
The Unique Approach to the Self, Swami Brahmananda. My prostrations to Sri Ramana, the best of the teachers, the remover of sorrows, who, even while perceiving the world, stays apart from the world by having dispelled the darkness of ignorance, both inside and outside, ever abiding in the Supreme, ever-existing consciousness, and who destroys the ignorance of those who surrender unto him. Sri Ganapati Muni. Questions questioned. In the galaxy of spiritual masters, saints, and teachers of the world, Sri Ramana holds a unique position. His approach is distinct in that he does not solve the question. He dissolves the question. Nay, he dismisses and dissolves the very questioner. His method is simple to the prepared. All that he asks is, to whom does the question arise? Thus, he shifts the mind from its extroverted tendencies in one shot, so to say, makes it introverted, and the prepared mind is made to delve into the truth which is beyond all questions and answers, all negations and assertions. But why does Sri Ramana not answer the question? For him, the standpoint from which all questions arise is invalid. It is based on the acceptance of the false to be real. Then, where is the question of finding a real answer to an imaginary problem? The only truth is, I am, and the existence of anything apart from it can never be proved. This unique nature of Sri Ramana's inquiry, the Arjava Marga, the direct path, we shall try to present in a form understandable even to a beginner, throwing special light on the uniqueness of his approach in the form of a dialogue between a spiritual master, Mahatma, and a seeker inquiring into the reality. A dialogue. Seeker, my mind wants to be peaceful, and that peace is missing when I am away from Ramanashram. Maharshi, whose mind is that lacking peace? Seeker, mine. Maharshi, inquire to whom the mind belongs. Seeker, to me, but how can that rid me of my agitation and miseries? Maharshi, the body by nature is inert. It has no complaints, for how can mere matter ever know, experience, and complain? The pure self, the truth, is by nature free of all changes, and for it there can be no sorrow. But between the two there rises this entity called the ego, which derives support from both. It assumes the shape of the body, saying that I am fat, I am lean, etc. And from the self, it borrows the existence and sentience. So, neither the body nor the self has any sorrow, but the one who arises in between, call it ego, ahankara, or granthi, it alone has the problem. Seeker, that's true, but the problem does not go away just by finding out for whom the problem is. Maharshi, the point is that you are in essence not the ego, which suffers, not the inert body, but the truth. The ego is the thought, I am the body, I am the mind, and hence what happens to the body is taken on the I. To use the philosophical term, is superimposed on the I, and the I seemingly suffers. Pay attention to I am. Not only is a suffering I, not you, but on inquiry, the suffering I, or call it the ego I, disappears, for an illusion cannot stand inquiry. The I-ness does not really belong to the ego. You must not forget that the I-ness of the ego is only borrowed. The I-ness belongs to the truth, which you are. Seeker, now I understand the impact of your question. Inquire to whom the sorrow belongs. It means that the sorrow belongs to the ego I, and when I inquire who is this I, the very ego I is known to be false, and then, Maharshi, one recognizes oneself to be the truth. Seeker, and why is it that I don't see the truth? Maharshi, because your attention is not directed towards it. Seeker, I don't understand what you mean by I must direct my attention towards it. Maharshi, is it not a fact that I am is ever there? Is it not true and the experience of all of us that behind every diverse thought, word, and deed, the I am is a constant common factor? Instead of paying attention to the I am, our attention is turned towards the thought, word, and deed. Extrovertedness is the cause of the problem. Introvertedness is the solution. Dwell on I am. Inquire into the source of the I. Ask yourself wherefrom it comes. When the mind stays in the I am, you enter into a state which cannot be verbalized but can be experienced. That is ever experienced as the continuous silence. Focus exclusively on essentials. Sri Ramana Maharshi's uniqueness is that he stays with the essentials. All questions which only add to more confusion are rejected at the outset. No attention is given to them. The only essential truth is, I am. And how can that which depends on something else for its very existence be real when its very existence is questionable? All questions. Is the world sentient or inert? What is the basis of the world? Sorrow or pleasure? Is it real or false? All these and any more which are connected with the unreal fleeting experiences of the world and our perception are all lock, stock, and barrel, thrown and burnt in the fire of right inquiry.
In this Telugu composition, Sri Y.V. Venkateswara Rao shares the same thoughts of Swami Brahmananda and says that Ramana's way of self-inquiry is very simple and unique. The Veda that Bhagavan speaks is very easy to understand and follow, and the light of self-knowledge destroys the ego lurking in the body. Kamashi will present Ramanudu Chupina Margamu.
రమణుడు చూపిన మార్గము సరళము అనుసరణీయము. రమణుడు చూపిన మార్గము సరళము అనుసరణీయము. రమణుడు చెప్పిన వేదము పుణ్యప్రదము పఠనీయము రమణుడు చూపిన మార్గము సరళము అనుసరణీయము రమణుడు చెప్పిన వేదము పుణ్యప్రదము పఠనీయము రమణుడు చూపిన మార్గము సరళము అనుసరణీయము దేహమనెడి గుహలో మెసిలెడి అహమను వ్యాఘ్రము నావల ద్రోలి దేహమనెడి గుహలో మెసిలెడి అహమను వ్యాఘ్రము నావల ద్రోలి ఆత్మధ్యానమున జ్యోతిని తెలిసి పరమాత్మను గని పరవశించుమని ఆత్మజ్ఞానమున జ్యోతిని తెలిసి పరమాత్మను గని పరవశించుమని రమణుడు చూపిన మార్గము సరళము అనుసరణీయము రమణుడు చెప్పిన వేదము పుణ్యప్రదము పఠనీయము రమణుడు చూపిన మార్గము సరళము అనుసరణీయము స్వార్థ జీవులకు అర్థము కానిది సదాచారులకు సుగ్రాహ్యం ఇది స్వార్థ జీవులకు అర్థము కానిది సదాచారులకు సుగ్రాహ్యం ఇది మంగళప్రదమిది మహిత శక్తిది మంగళప్రదమిది మహిత శక్తిది అరుణాచల కరుణా కటాక్షమిది మంగళప్రదమిది మహిత శక్తిది అరుణాచల కరుణా కటాక్షమిది రమణుడు చూపిన మార్గము సరళము అనుసరణీయము రమణుడు చెప్పిన వేదము పుణ్యప్రదము పఠనీయము రమణుడు చూపిన మార్గము సరళము అనుసరణీయము రమణ మార్గము సరళ మార్గము రమణ మార్గము అనుసరణీయం రమణ మార్గము సరళ మార్గము రమణ మార్గము అనుసరణీయము రమణ 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 రమణ.
In the same style as Tirumanikya Vajakar composing Tiruvambavai in praise of Lord Shiva, Muruganar Swami has composed 32 Tiruvambavais in praise of Bhagavan Ramana. Considered very auspicious to sing and contemplate during the Margazhi season, Muruganar Swami wakes us up from the stupor of ignorance and helps us realize the ever-presence of Bhagavan as self in all of us. In this Tiruvambavai, Muruganar Swami speaks of the greatness of Bhagavan's boundless grace, which destroys all differences and allows one to dwell ever as the self in the heart. Pratibha will be presenting Ramana Tiruvambavai, which is set to music by Srimati Sulochana Nadarajan in the Raga Ladangi.
எரிப்புனம் தீப்பட்டு எரியுங்கனல்ல வெறி கமழ் சந்தனமும் வேங்கையும் வேமால் எரிப்புனம் தீப்பட்டு எரியுங்கனல்ல வெறி கமழ் சந்தனமும் வேங்கையும் வேமாள் ஸ்ரீ வெங்கடரமண தேவானின் தேவல் நெறிவழிக்கே கோடாது நின்றொழுகும் ஷீரர் ஸ்ரீ வெங்கடரமண தேவானின் தேவல் நெறிவழிக்கே கோடாது நின்றொழுகும் ஷீரர் அறிஞர்த்தம் கூட்டுறவை ஆர்வமோடு பேணி குறியறிந்து அன்னார்த்தம் குற்றேவள் செய்ய அறிஞர்த்தம் கூட்டுறவை ஆர்வமோடு பேணி குறியறிந்து அன்னார்த்தம் குற்றேவள் செய்ய உறுதியாம் இந்த வரம் ஒன்று நீ ஈந்தால் உறுதியாம் இந்த வரம் ஒன்று நீ ஈந்தால் மறுபிறவி கஞ்சேயாம் மற்றேலோர் எம்பாவாய் உறுதியாம் இந்த வரம் ஒன்று நீ ஈந்தால் மறுபிறவி கஞ்சேயாம் மற்றேலோர் எம்பாவாய் ரிரி சசா சனி சரிரி சனி தனி சனி தாத பத நித பாமகரி கம கபாமத நித பமகம பத நித சா நிரி ரி சனி த பத நி சகரி காரி சனி நிரி சரி சனி தசனி சானி த ப நித நித பமகம மகம பபம பத த பத நித நி சரி காரி சனி த பம பத நி உறுதியாம் இந்த வரம் ஒன்று நீ ஈந்தால் மறுபிறவி கஞ்சேயாம் மற்றேலோர் எம்பாவாய்.
We are immensely grateful to Arunachala Asrama and the team for giving us this opportunity to offer our presentation at Bhagavan's feet in today's celebration. We also thank Bangalore Ramana Center for their constant support. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya.